Thank you so much. You know what, guys? I've been listening to all the speeches that were here on stage. It's an amazing night. Thank you very much for putting it all together. Invite us. I was listening to Daniel Franco before, and he's very lucky to actually speak the way he spoke. Daniel. I was at the fight here in New York at Madison Square Garden where Magomed Abu Salimov got injured. He can't walk or speak like you. There's definitely a lot of fighters that have been going through a lot of challenges because honestly, we're getting into the sport and what we want to compete and we want to eliminate the man standing across the ring in the other corner. That's the only thing we have in our mind. We don't think about money much. We don't think about the consequences if we're going to get injured. We have no time to think about it. The only thing we think, execute the man. Execution will did it many times. Who are you? Are you still here? Bernard Hopkins. I'm talking about Bernard. So that's the only, there's a lot of challenges. We don't understand the world of boxing much, but we understand performance. Performance is the only language that any fan in this world, doesn't matter what language the fan speaks, but he understands one language, good performance. I just want to say, since I got this good guy award, I'm not going to be that good right now, and please excuse myself. I'm sorry, but not sorry. The majority in this room really not having good connection to boxing because there is not many fighters in this room. Lou? Where's Lou? There's Al right there. Lou. Respect. Respect. Things that you said here and mentioned and paid attention to are amazing. And to hear it from you that someone, did you box by the way? Okay, most of you never boxed. Okay, you did. But the rest, not so much. Yeah? Things that you mentioned are so true. And I will repeat the worst name of the famous man of this country. I have a dream. I do have a dream as an athlete, as a former athlete, that sport of boxing is going to be centralized and not decentralized as it is right now. It's going to be as a one solid unit. You were talking about how to change things, how much we need to change things to make boxing better, Lou. You said it, and I will continue what you started. The sport of boxing can be only changed by the way of centralization. We have amateurs and we have professionals. We fight each other inside in our family. Amateurs don't accept professionals, professionals don't accept amateurs. We're depending from each other. Divide and conquer. And the politics and the military is one of the strategies. Unfortunately, we're divided in the sport of boxing. As long as we're divided, it's going to be continued a certain mess. There's no unity. As for example, at NFL, they have pensions, trainers that perform well, judges, officials. There's life insurance, health insurance. We have not much in boxing for boxers. Think about the core of boxing, are boxers. Without us, you guys, the majority of you, are not going to exist. You will not have good ratings, TV ratings. You're not going to have your 10% mentality because you think about yourself first. And you know, by the way, promoters, managers, broadcasters, sanctioning bodies, etc. We can continue on and on and on. Do you know what difference between us athletes and you guys? There's a gap. We're coming and going. You guys remain here forever. You remain because you're in driver's seat, not us. We perform, we get injured, we're thrown away. Next. How many fighters, guys, managers and promoters you had on your list? Many. And we had only one, you, maybe two of you, kind of. So we do want to be protected and cared about. If we don't exist, the sport doesn't exist. You will have no job, you will have no families to feed with anything if we don't feel well and protected. I really wish, and I do have a dream, that the sport of boxing will be centralized. Amateurs and professionals work together. We, as boxers, should have life insurance and health insurance. Fans is very important part. Don't disrespect fans. Thank you to the writers, American writers, and of the American Writer Association, that you report. Dan Rafael, much respect, buddy. We know each other for like 18, 19 years. You love, man. I just love to read those tweets, and I can feel you're not doing it for money. You're doing it because you love it. You're obsessed with your job. Thank you so much. To connect athletes and fans together, and many of you maybe I have mentioned doing this job. Thank you for doing it. Fans should have a chance to be one of the judges. Thank the way of digitalization. In this beautiful world of digitalization, we can do a lot of things aside from fake news. We can do a lot of good things. So fans should have an application. They should be one of the judges. So they're not going to complain that one guy won and the other not because of whatever happened under the table. I have a dream that sport of boxing is going finally to have unity. If we're united, there's going to be enough of income. It's a multi-billion business. And we can do it to serve boxers and fans as long as the boxing exists. And I know we can do it, and it's just not in this country because sport of boxing is global. And we need to start from the top. We need to start from the amateurs. I'm so happy to know, and I've been very supportive, and maybe some of you guys are against it, that professionals and amateurs can perform at the Olympic Games. At the past Olympic Games, it was done first time, and you could see that professionals had no chance, or little chance, against a true amateur fighter. Everything else, those concerns, how could be a 30-year-old professional fighter fight an 18-year-old son that has no experience? Oh yeah, professional has no actually clue how to fight an amateur. And I'm knowing it from practical standpoint because I had many amateur fighters in my training camps that have been preparing me for the future of fights. So the combination and centralization, as I said one more time, is crucially important. So I have a dream that eventually that is going to happen. And I hope, Lou, thank you. You're not a fighter, but hear it from you, you touched my heart. Seriously and literally. I wish that this maybe, I have a dream, will end up in your minds. And gonna go eventually into Superman's ears and eventually into our hands in this world, in this country, but also globally. Let's make boxing a global centralized sport and work and lead together. Thank you very much for this award. Thank you very much for all the invitation, and much appreciated. Thank you.
Hola, hola, ¿cómo están?
All right, we have one more award. It is a historic award, and it is also some long overdue gender equality. For the very first time, the Boxing Writers Association will award this year, right now, a Female Fighter of the Year.